Back in the groove. If you got a cell phone, turn it off. We don't want the phones ringing at any time, so put on vibrate or something. We're going to have an opportunity today to have a keynote speaker who Rachel's going to defer to her to do the proper introduction, but I'm pretty excited about Jerome Clark, so I'll say that I can't hold my excitement back about that. We had a couple of minutes to talk, and one of the things that this program, and you all know that, is based on is servant leadership. We had 5-7-minute conversation. One of the things that came clear is the fact that he values having served his country in terms of servant leadership, but more importantly, to invest in you. So it's an opportunity for us this morning to have someone come in and kind of enlighten us on that and talk about his experiences. So we're going to move into the program. Reggie's going to come up and give you some program announcements. If you have needs and mentor or students, we've seen you a couple times, hopefully you're good for now. But if anyone has questions, anything you need, I'm just going to position toward the back of the room for a minute and then let me know and we can catch up afterwards. But we're going to stay on task and try to get everyone out on time so that some of the mentees and mentors can do lunches. Nathan, I heard you kind of buying lunch for a whole bunch of people. Is that accurate? No, bad information? Oh, Claire, okay. All right. So with that, Reggie Davis.
Thank you, Billy. Good morning, everyone. I just want to start you off by giving you a few dates to remember for the semester. So for all the members, the Spring Business Career Fair is going to be Wednesday, February 15th. So make sure you have everything ready for that. You got your suits dry cleaned and everything and ready for that event. Business After Hours is going to be Wednesday, March 1st at Lazy Dog in Addison. That's being sponsored by Cintas. And then the PLP Member Interview Day, that's Saturday, April 1st in the Career Center. You're going to need some help with some of the mentors for that, so if you're available on April 1st, could you please get in contact with Rachel and we can get that all set up as well. And then as far as the PLP End of Year Award Banquet, that's Wednesday, April 19th at Fidelity Headquarters. Right now, we're ramping up on the PLP recruiting for each of the members here. Applications are open currently, so please invite any of your friends if you have people that you know that you think would be good candidates. Just refer them to the office or just let them know everything that you know about PLP and share some personal experiences. And they can follow that link to get the application. Applications are due Friday, March 24th. Any student that's going to be a junior or senior or grad student as of fall 2017 is eligible. And also, members, we would encourage you to sign up to be a recruiter to get volunteer hours. And these are all the social media handles, so everyone go follow PLP on Twitter, and then find the page on Facebook and Instagram. And then as far as mentors go, find UNT PLP on LinkedIn so you can stay updated with everything regarding that. And that will be it for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We have one really amazing opportunity to share with you. How many of you, raise your hand, participated in the mentor certification process this past semester? Awesome, that's great. So if you completed the program, Bethany is going to come up and call your name. We have certificates to give you, and I think we had 15 that finished. 17 that finished and are now certified mentors with our program. So please give them a round of applause.
I think I've got Vanna coming up here to help me, right? Yeah. So the first one is Jared Stumberg, if you could come up. And I don't know how many people are here, so we're gonna go fast. Jennifer Sicking. Jennifer Rasmussen. Woo! Yay! Risa Ponce. Ben Nitch. Kamish Namaduri. Tom Kite. Jenkins. Jim Fincher. Les Ursam. Joe DiGregorio. Dallas Diggs. Jason Clayton. Ann Salick. Christina Ungaro. And one more, Pat Slastowski. I'll get yours to you. All right. Sure. Okay, thanks everybody. Congratulations. Okay, so while they're taking the picture quickly, we're going to do this all again in the spring. So same format, there will be 2 online classes that you take, and then you have to attend 1 in-person class. Those in-person classes are coming up quickly. The first one is February 1st on a Wednesday night. The second one is on March 4th on a Saturday morning. So we've done a Saturday and we've done a Wednesday, so hopefully you can make one of those. Nathan will be up here. Nathan, where are you going to be after the session?
Somewhere convenient.
Somewhere convenient. Find this young man, and we'll be gladly taking your money to do the mentor certification program. It's $100, and it goes to the PLP program. Most all of it goes to the PLP program. There will be, for those of you who haven't paid or have paid already, but you weren't able to complete it, you may complete it in the spring. So I see a couple of heads nodding. You can complete it in the spring with no additional charge. We'll just roll that right over, and I'll be contacting you regarding those dates and what we need to do. So Nathan and I will be sticking around a little bit afterwards. If you have any other questions, please come and ask. I'm just making sure I've got all of it. I think that's it, right?
Thanks so much. Oh, no, that's not yours. That's okay. I need that one. Yeah, it's all right. All right. So as Billy mentioned, we do have a wonderful speaker for you today. But before we invite Alan to come on up, we do have a few things to review for you as you start this new semester with your mentees and mentors. Just to refresh, you've all slept a few times since the holidays, I hope. And if you haven't, I will be praying for you. But just to give you a mindset and kind of refresh and get ready for the new semester. So we're just going to walk through a few principles to remember. You probably already know these, but it's always good to be reminded of what being a good mentee and a good mentor looks like. So Billy's going to start us off, and we have a few videos, and then we'll bring Alan up.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I'll just emphasize some points here, and again, as Rachel, kind of to get you back, not only just fully engaged in the semester, because we laugh about that, but there's kind of that regrouping on the student side that they do. But in terms of the mentor match, it's important to stay engaged. And I want to, again, thank everyone, because the fall had a lot of success for you. This is what I always use the term traction a lot. A lot of you had opportunities to meet a lot in person, some combination of in person and virtual. And then others of you with demanding schedules still managed to stay intact and exchange things. So these whole guiding principles and best practices are for you on both sides. I had the opportunity yesterday to spend time with Hilton, their worldwide customer service, talking about a mentoring program they're putting in place, and talked about PLP. And one of the things I emphasize and just reinforce for us, and I look at Jim Wing, I make eye contact, who's been doing this a long time, there's mutual benefits. And so whenever you see a best practice idea we put together for mentee or mentor, it's always both sides. You get as much as the other, because mentoring is about sharing knowledge, developing a trusted relationship, and simply, putting it that way. So it has nothing to do necessarily with whether you got 20 years experience or 1 week on the job. You still have different unique experiences and knowledge and things that you bring. So always keep that context, because sometimes we want to really split the screen and have this mentor mentality and the mentee mentality, and they have to merge. So as we look at the spring, that's what's going to happen for a lot of you, particularly for anyone who have been mentors for the first time. So we kind of share this and want to reinforce some things for you. The thing I want to point on this one, because you read the others, is this bullet point 5, good mentors don't just give you answers. They ask tough questions and expect you to do your share of the heavy lifting. Now this I want to carve out and focus on the fact that as millennials, and I'm always pretty defensive in a positive way because you get a lot of negative press about what millennials aren't. The thing is, millennials are the next generation leaders. You are the future. You're talented, you're smart, you're capable. So all this other noise in the system about entitlement mentalities, they're small percentages of that. We try to make sure if you come into PLP a year later, you will no longer have that attribute. But the key is that this idea of the heavy lifting, the mentor's job, if the friendships develop, that's good. But the mutual respect, trust, and accountability means as a mentor, I'm not just giving you the answers, I'm teaching you, training you, and demonstrating the right behaviors so that you know how and where to get the information and the answers. That's what mentoring is. It's sort of sitting at the foot of someone who has a lot of knowledge, but at the same time, you have knowledge. That's why you probe and you push back. So I also encourage you that this time, hopefully, you're more comfortable with your mentors. And you can press on them a little bit, and for the mentors, you're comfortable enough now to put a little more weight. And it's like weight training by way of example. Put some more weight on, the muscle's not going to build up, you just keep it the same place. So that's how you grow and develop, and this is about growth. And lastly, the thing that happens is you come out equipped and able to help other people. And not later, but now. So let me jump down to the last one. You can look at 7, 8, 9. Mentoring is not your ticket to a job or a good school. That comes up a lot. We get a lot of questions when Rachel and I do national conferences about the job placement rate. It is phenomenally high among PLP students. Jobs, internships, various opportunities. But it's not because that's actually, if you will, a product or an app that we have. It's because of the work that you do with the mentors, especially in the fall for those seniors. And if you didn't do the work, and some of you haven't done all the work you necessarily need, you're a little bit in panic mode right now. That's the norm. We'll help you work through that. But if you do the work in the fall as a senior, you either have a job now, or you have opportunities, or you know exactly what your search looks like. For the underclassmen in terms of sophomore, juniors, you've got the internship, or again, the opportunities. We've got a unique experience this year with 3 TAM students, and some of the mentors are aware. These are very talented, bright students that are in high school who will leave college this year and enter college with, what is it, 2 years of class credit, I'll call it, they already have. But you guys stand up so we'll know who you are, because everybody looks young in here. Because everybody is young in here. Thank you guys very much. Now, by way of illustration, my last point, they will push back on you, ask a lot of questions and probe a lot. And that's the beauty of that experience. It's kind of a pilot thing. We had one student last year, Amit Banerjee, that many of you knew, who was just kind of off the chart, however he had his foundation. And this year we have these 3 young ladies who came over. The reason we're doing that is just to get us an opportunity, again, to learn more about our pipeline. You're the next generation that comes into PLP. In your case, you're here. You'll go to college and you'll kick some butt and do great things, because that's what TAM students do, as well as PLP students. So this last point, again, become a capable leader, right? So how many of you in here are leaders? Okay, if there's any reason every hand isn't up, I need to talk to you. Rachel and I need to see you. Everyone's a leader, not because you're in the program. It's because of the responsibility and opportunity that you have, and the capability, and the talent. So you're a leader. Some of you are a leader because you just happen to be the older brother or sister. You couldn't control that, and hence you become the leader for those siblings. Like it or not, it's the way it works. So everyone's a leader, but with that comes a lot of responsibility. You know, I live by this creed, too much you give, and much you require. And so what I want to encourage you in wrapping up here is that keep that in mind, because we have people coming back, like Jared Stromberg, for example. A couple of years ago, graduating, he's already back investing. You don't have to be 35, 45, 55 to be a mentor and make a difference and contribute to someone's life. So that's what this is about. And the best practice is just principles and guidelines to go by. Rachel.
Okay, so we're going to hear a brief message from one of the best mentors. If it'll move this slide. There we go. My students will tell you I'm not technologically savvy. Ben, am I doing this wrong? Here we go. There we go. Nope. It's not letting me. Sorry. This is Ben. We love Ben. Here we go.
Always with you.
Well, while he does that, yeah, always technology, right? You love it, you hate it. I mostly hate it. Okay. What Billy was talking about, the mentor-mentee, some of you had wonderful starts in the spring or in the fall semester, and some of you maybe didn't, and that's okay. Every mentor-mentee connection is completely different, right? So no two mentoring pair is the same. So, hey.
You do nothing that I say. You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
Gotta love Yoda. This is something I want to remind you. Most of you, students-wise, this will be probably one of the last times in your life where you can safely fail without anything having a consequence to it. And so I challenge you to utilize your mentor to help you grow and develop, because you can't fail. You can't fail at mentoring, you can't fail at being a mentee. The only thing that you can do is stop communicating, and that's what I would call a failure. So as Yoda, the wise one, says, try it all. This is, like I said, this is going to be the last time where mistakes and consequences might not happen for you. Whereas as soon as you step foot in the corporate world, it's a different story. If you show up late, if you miss a meeting, right? So utilize this time with your mentor to really sharpen those skills. And mentors, get on them. You aren't their parent, you aren't their friend, you aren't their boss. You have this really unique opportunity to sharpen them out of respect. And so I challenge you, if you haven't talked to your student yet, email them. And students, if you haven't talked to your mentor yet, email them or phone them or text them, whatever mode of communication you've decided on. But that needs to start now so that you can get a full run for the semester. So keep that in mind. But do try. That's the most important part. Now I don't know how to make it go. It's really awesome. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and one way to help make you do that is with your scorecard. Students, this will continue just like last semester, your favorite piece of paper.